What you doing?
Cooking supper.
Cooking supper. Good looking supper. Fresh veggies.
Hey, okay.
You're on camera.
Oh, I'm on camera.
You're on camera.
Well, I'll just say this on camera, I guess.
Okay.
I am going to try my hand at aged cheeses. So that means I'm in the mood to start making cheese again and learning to make different cheeses. So that means I'm gonna milk Calico. She's already out here at the house, so I need you to do me a favor and go get me some feed from the feed store and then help me see if we can get her and her calf in the corral, because I need to pin her calf up for the night.
It's been a while, but I'll do it under one condition. I'll get some fresh raw milk.
Yes.
Yes.
The barn.
It's been a while.
It looks like a bomb went off. Yikes. Okay, this is... I'm going to show you something that's going to tell you how long it's been since I've milked cows. There's a chicken that's died under her.
No, she's hatched chicks, but they couldn't get out.
Aww.
Oh,
I didn't
stink.
I can't smell it. One of the blessings of COVID, I guess.
Oh, they stink. I wonder if there's any.
That's pitiful. I didn't know.
I wonder if there's any live ones in there. Hey, easy, easy. I just want to see. Oh, come on. Ow! Ow, got me good.
Why do you keep doing it?
I want to see if there's a live chick.
She ain't playing.
No, she ain't playing.
Let's see if we can go down in there.
Here,
I got it. Oh.
What? She's gonna back the camera.
She did. She packed y'all. Much better. You'd be surprised what you can get done in 5 to 10 minutes when you just tackle a job and just hit it hard. So it's been a while since I milked. Ben is over here checking the vacuum pump. My dad's been sick, and then before that, even the meat business taking off. 2 teenagers, one going to college and one in high school. It's just been a lot of things, and so I just haven't milked in a while. So I honestly can't remember the status of the vacuum pump when I quit milking before. And so we're just gonna make sure before I come out here and before we separate her, and then I come out here in the morning to milk and all ready to do it, because there's really not a whole lot more frustrating than being ready to do a job and your materials and things don't work. That one's loud as can be, but that's actually my preferred milker. It's much stronger. No. Are you really fixing to? You're really going to do it? He's doing it. He is doing it, folks.
Give me a kiss. So this one here is an oilless vacuum pump, and this is just a like a vacuum pump that you would use for air conditioners and things like that to pull vacuum on them.
It's much weaker and I'm sure cheaper.
Oh yeah. Hang on there.
She remembers the old routine. I'm so excited about this, y'all. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this is kind of like training a new heifer or cow, but not really. Because you can see Calico knew just what to do. But I'm gonna let her eat for a bit, let her have a treat so that when I come out here in the morning, she knows, hey, she's gonna remember. Of course she did, because it's been quite a while and she still knew where to go, but it just reinforces, hey, if I go in there, that's where I get treats, and it just makes them behave better. So I would just encourage you, if you are training a new cow or heifer, the setup we have, and it works pretty well, is we have a corral right here, so we can always catch them in the corral. If we'd have had to do that with her and then shut that and make her go up into this barn, because it's part of the corral, or it can be, and so force her to go up in there, and once they get a bite of food or alfalfa pellets, hay, whatever you're giving them up in there that's enticing them to want to stand there, that's your best plan of action, really, is to force them up in there and let them see, hey, I'm gonna get treats if I go up in here. Usually when we're training a new one, we let them even come out at will, so we don't force them to stay in there at the beginning. And it's not very long. I mean, even within the first feeding, they start trying to go back up in there, because what's in there they want. Okay, so I'm gonna leave her be for the moment. Just let her eat. That is a dairy food. I know some people are gonna ask. That's just local feed that we buy, and it's called Special Dairy. It gives them what they need to produce milk, and so that's what we're using right now. So the second order of business in this is now to catch the calf, and it has ran off. This one is wild. It's never been up here around us much. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is go around it and try to get it to come in this corral back here. This is overgrown. It's not been had animals in it for quite some time, so it's gonna be good to have one in there stomping around. I'm gonna have to get it some water and get it set up for the night. So Calico has eaten and she's trying to leave. So what we're gonna do, we got her shut in the corral. We're gonna try to go get the calf and run it up into this barn behind me, and then try to funnel it into the corral, and then we'll just get her out. I think that's gonna be our best bet. When we do this a few times, her and the calf will both come up. It takes minutes to separate them. I don't know why that is. I don't know why they don't realize, hey, if I come up, she's gonna separate me from my mom, but it's just not how it works. They'll start coming up in the evening, probably because of the treats they get, and it'll be easy as pie. It ran about as far away from us as it can in this pen down by the road. So little calves can be unpredictable. We're gonna just try to be careful and not run it through the fence onto the highway. It's a pretty heifer, you think?
Yeah, I have to look back on the date it was born, but it might be half South Pole. Half South Pole, half Jersey. They'll produce some good milk.
So Ben is going to patch some places out there because they will expose your weaknesses. Calves will, any kind of young animal, especially that's wanting to get back to its mom. So you better make sure just that your pen is secure. If you think it's secure, do a little bit more and you're probably good. Good morning. It's the next morning. We are about to get all our stuff and go out and try to milk. Let's hope and pray that everything works like it's supposed to. I got water heating up because one of the main things we need is some hot soapy water because we're going to have to get her good and clean. I always just use this Dr. Bronner's. It's what I've used for years. It works good. It's really good soap and it just seems to get them clean enough. I don't use any iodine. I know a lot of people do iodine dips and all kinds of things. I don't do a lot of fancy stuff. I just use soap and water. I'm going to take a rag to dry her off after that and just make sure I get her good and clean, and we're going to get to milking. This is actually one of my happy places. For a while I did this for quite a few people and it really turned into a job, and it really kind of made me sad because it took something I love doing and made it a lot of work, basically a lot of stress. So I'm pretty excited to be getting back to this just for our family. I'm going to ease into this slowly and see where it goes. I'm not saying I'll never sell raw milk again, but definitely not at this moment. I'm just going to milk a few times a week for enjoyment and for our family and just see where it goes from there. So this tank you see down here on the ground, actually Ben hooked that up for me because I was having pressure problems because you need suction to be able to milk properly. So he's got that. I've got it shut off right now, but that is building pressure, and then I'll open that up and you'll hear it once I open that up. You will hear the milker start pulsating. And so that's the point of that tank in the middle if you're wondering, and it has helped me tremendously. So far, everything's working perfectly. So let's see if Calico will come in here. That's the next thing, is to get her in here and get her calmed down because we haven't done this in a while. She's already let down a bunch more since I took the milkers off the quarters that I've milked. That's what they do. The calf bumps them and they let down the richest milk. That's where your cream will come from, is at the end of the milking. A lot of times people will let the calf in for a minute or so, and then they'll let all that milk down, and then they'll finish milking them. I'm not looking to get every last drop because this calf is hungry, but I probably am going to milk a couple of these quarters of what she just let down to get some cream. But I'm definitely going to leave some for this calf. And yes, we have flies. That is on the list. So that's it, day one, almost 3 gallons. I'm gonna take you guys along as I get more back into milking. I'm gonna be learning to make some hard cheeses. I've made a lot of cheese before, but I'm really excited to take back some of our food supply. I've kind of let things go and bought a lot of things at the store the last few years in building this meat business. And there's just seasons of life like that, but I'm ready to get back to it. I'm excited about my fall garden and just all the things here on the farm. So I'm going to be showing you guys all of those things. If you haven't been around here a long time, we actually at one point had 8 milk cows. So I mean, we have the supply to milk cows. It's just something we kind of got away from. Like I said earlier, it kind of turned into a job and not fun anymore. And I just took it too far, I guess you'd say. So I'm excited to get back to it. We don't have that many anymore. We recently sold one and may sell some more. We're probably going to reduce down because we just don't have a need for that many milk cows. But I am going to keep a couple so I can have milk pretty much year round. And I'll just be showing you guys all the things that go along with that. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I'm going to get busy, get this milk put away. And then in a few days, I'll kind of show you the next step of what I'm going to do with it. See you guys later, and God bless.